did want to talk to you about the reopening of the Johnson case. What's going on now to reopen?
We officially reopened it Friday. We started trying to obtain all the federal investigative documents. First letter I wrote was the 2nd of April in 2019, and they subsequently, a couple of months later, denied giving us anything. And to the Johnson family credit, they kept pursuing it. They had some allies that had some influence, and right before Christmas, I got a pretty good Christmas present. I got a call from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Ohio, where it was based now. The case was based. And they were going to release the documents to us, and we got them approximately 2 months later. Of course, I don't know if you're aware, but they came with a order from the federal judge that the documents were sealed. So actually, if I find anything I find in those documents, I cannot discuss in any detail whatsoever when we close the case eventually, unless he lifts that order. I can tell you there's 17 boxes, what I call filing cabinet boxes, of printed material, towers, and hard drives. Quite a bit of evidence from the federal government. And of course, what we plan to do, this will be the first time anybody's had everybody's evidence in one place.
Yeah.
So I'm planning we're going to go through every bit of it. If we find a contradiction, we're going to resolve any contradiction or try to. And I'm not saying anybody's done anything wrong. We want to compile everything and see if anybody's missed anything, or just put it all together. And I'm gonna lead it myself. I'm gonna be totally involved in it, because I'm gonna be the one when this is over. I'm gonna have to look people in the eye and say, this is what I feel like I know it to be.
Okay.
And it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of manpower. We're going to use some of the same people who worked on it before, of course. We're going to have some fresh faces. We're not going into it with a predisposed opinion. You never do that in any investigation. I mean, this is going to be treated just like a brand new case. And it's going to take a lot of work. But I don't know how much you know about me. I've been a sheriff for 21 years, and I deal in facts. I deal in honesty. I'm very transparent. But I want to be able to say myself exactly what I know, not what somebody told me. We're going to have to re-interview some of these people, because you read a sheet of paper about what somebody says, you can't get their facial expressions, you can't get the inflection of their voice to really know they feel confident about what they're telling you is the truth or not the truth. I'm not saying anybody lied. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. But I want to start fresh with it and look at it all the way through. I think the community deserves it.
Now, I know you said this is going to be a long time. Do you have any idea about a time frame or a timeline for this?
I would say a minimum of 6 months. There's a lot of stuff to go through.
Okay. And have you been in touch with the Johnson family since all of this has kind of been in the works?
Oh, I've been in touch with them for the last 5 years. I have Mr. Johnson's cell phone in my mind. I don't even have to look it up. I have a good relationship with him too. I feel we got a good rapport. They asked. They knew I was. They knew I'd received all this, and I made them aware of it. I even thanked them for helping get. Well, I'm not going to say help get it. They're the ones that actually finally got them to release it. And I give them full credit for it. And so when we got that, we met last Friday, and I actually asked for them to prioritize things that they had on their mind that had not been answered sufficiently. And so I have a list of those things from them and, some of their associates. And so we have a prioritized list of things that, trouble them, that they feel like they don't have the complete answer to or don't have an answer at all. So we're going to try and resolve those as we go through everything. So we're working hand in hand with the Johnsons. I've been here all my life. I know the family. I know the extended family. I mean, I had grandchildren in school with KJ. And so sheriff anyway.
I know you said that you will be very hands-on, that you're going to be leading all of this. Do you have any idea about how many other folks that are going to be assigned? Is this going to be a special team or anything like that?
We'll move people in and out, and people that were involved in it, people that weren't involved, and I've got different people with different specialties that we'll utilize. I have some very talented people here, and of course I'm sure we'll be back. GBI was involved, and they're in here regularly. We'll be leaning on them to go over some of these things that they provided, and the other agencies too. I mean, we're gonna wind up, I'm sure, talking to everybody that's involved at one time or another. So it's gonna be a lot of people involved, and a lot of time. But I think the people of Lowndes County and Balance deserve it.
Does it feel like anything is different this time for you?
Well, of course, like I say, I wasn't sheriff when this incident happened. People get us confused. It was Sheriff Prine, Prine, and mine's Paulk. A lot of people do get similar names, but see, I retired in 2008. This happened in 2012. Excuse me, this happened in 2013, and so I wasn't involved in it whatsoever. So, of course, I've been involved in it since I've been back very much, and like I say, it's from the day one I came back. Well, when I campaigned, I said I was going to revisit the issue because a lot of people thought there were a lot of questions that still weren't answered. Well, I've already interviewed a person this week myself, and like I say, I've been here all my life. I know a lot of these people involved, and so I'm gonna be right in the middle of this whole investigation because when I make a statement and say we're through with it and this is our opinion of what happened, I want to be able to say I've looked at every facet of it. I want to reiterate, I'm not saying anybody's done anything wrong in the investigation. This is just the first opportunity anybody's had to have everything in one place and look at it all together. So the federal part was a big piece of the puzzle we didn't have.
And you just need to follow the facts wherever they lead? Would you say that's accurate?
Oh, yeah, wherever the facts lead. I mean, this is a brand new investigation, no predisposed opinions of how it's going to turn out whatsoever. Wherever it leads, and whatever it is, it is. I mean, if you look at my oath of office, the last 4 words are pretty important there, so help me God.